Do I look as bad as I feel? I am having a rough morning and had a huge kerfuffle and like a bunch of crazy. I'm trying to document things more in real time so it could be interesting for my people on my channel. Anyway, I'm at Loveburn and camped here with my friend Becca and her roommate, who's also her lover, and his name is Will. And anyways, last night there was a weird misunderstanding where he's like cuddling with me and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then I'm like, I'm sleeping. And then there's like some like, I could feel something and I'm like, yo, hey, I'm sleeping. He wasn't like trying to fuck me, but he was, he was feeling feelings and I had to feel them and I'm like, you're waking me up. So this morning I brought it up so that we could get clear on it and like make sure that we have boundaries and then get closure on it and move forward. But when I brought it up to him, he like got really defensive and started telling me a bunch of crazy shit. And then like I was mad and I was like, maybe you should handle your own problems. And I was, kind of snappy, but I was also starving, had barely eaten, had only slept once in 24 hours and for like 5 hours, and had taken a Benadryl because my fucking foot got bit up by fire ants. So that was itchy as fuck because I'm super sensitive to shit like that. And I am here to help build this camp. Like I got my gloves, I just got on my sunblock and the reason I'm making this video is because I got a point to make. And the point is, self-care, right? I made another video talking about the same kind of shit. Life's gonna happen, things are gonna be weird, things are gonna happen, there's gonna be drama you have to deal with. Anyway, I got really pissed. I was like, blah! I got very angry and I yelled really loud, and I'm really loud, so everybody heard in the whole camp. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm the bitch who has drama at the camp. Because I got called a cunt after saying, hey, don't do stuff when I'm sleeping, please, because we haven't had that conversation yet. You know what I mean? And you're like dating my friend, and like, there was a lot of like layers, and like nobody did anything horrible, but it's still not cool. And everyone's tensions are high because we're all malnourished, we're all underslept. The whole fucking event was delayed by 2 days. Fire marshal wouldn't approve this big ass fucking 3-story tall stage thing, camp. It's a stage, it's a music camp. And we're a music camp too. We have multiple different music stages. So this has a huge production. There's all this, like, there's fire features, there's pyrotechnics, there's lounges, there's seating areas, and we have to build all of this shit. You know what I mean? We burners like bring our shit and set it up to create this amazing thing that everybody gets to come experience. So I'm here to help with the setting up. I'm here on the art team, for her art project, her art installation. So they all have a lot going on, and I understand that. And I also have a lot going on, and I'm like, I flew here, so I'm on a plane all day. I've been on a plane since yesterday at 6 a.m., and I never slept the night before because I wasn't packed, so I had to pack until 4 in the morning, and I was like, well, I probably should just not go to sleep then. So I didn't sleep at all, and then I didn't sleep on the plane because I was too excited about this. And then I slept a little bit here last night, but then this homie's like, got the fucking dick on my leg, and I'm like, bro. And then like, I wasn't even sure it was him. It was very weird, but like, you know what I'm saying? I called it out because I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna let stuff like that happen without saying, hey, that wasn't cool, and don't do that, and make sure we know what's up, and consent. So when he got all super upset about it, then I was like, I got called a cunt, so then I was like, fuck you. The wrath, the Kali wrath came out of my lungs with my loud ass voice, and everybody heard it, and I was fucking furious. I threw my earbuds across the tent, and I think I had a meltdown because I'm fucking exhausted and I haven't eaten much food. And I was like, oh, self-care. And I'm like, we all need to be prioritizing our health and wellness so that we can be in a space where we can deal with things calmly. But it's hard to stay calm when your blood sugar's low and you're fucking, wonky, haven't had much sleep. So even though I'm like, I gotta start working, I'm gonna bust out this yoga mat. They brought some really nice yoga mats. That I'm like, what are you just saw an ugly sheet. Yeah, and the air mattress went flat, so we slept on the floor. Yeah, so that was last night. So check out this yoga mat. This is nice. Anyway, even though I, like everybody else, I'm grappling right now with that like internal guilt of like, I'm here for this camp, I'm here for this art project, I need to help out, I need to set up, I need to go put in the work, I need to show up and be a good camper burner person for these people. one of the fucking principles of Burning Man is radical self-reliance. And so rather than us being like, but I haven't eaten and I haven't slept, we gotta go eat, we gotta go sleep. We gotta go choose to stop and take care of ourselves. Go stop, take a rinse. Go stop, put on the sunblock. Like everybody's starting to get fried, you know? Anyway, I think we all grapple with like a feeling of obligation to others, and then we don't put ourselves first, or at least some of us that, you know, or we don't put our basic human needs first. We don't put our basic simple human needs first. Food, hydration, sleep, you know, connection, fucking, like, it can't be go all the time. And some people drove here for like 2 days. Some people flew. Some people like brought a bunch of shit on a huge truck and like have been loading things all day and towing trailers and who knows what else. And there's a lot of stuff already built too. But they got here they wanted to start building on Monday, and it's Thursday now. I got here on Wednesday night. No one was allowed to build any permanent or semi-permanent structures until Wednesday. They delayed the entire festival or event from being able to start their build until 2 days later than they were supposed to be able to. So you can feel the attention of everybody like, we're behind. And even though I can feel that we're behind tension and I want to jump in and do my part, I realize after all that drama we had to deal with, we had to get a mediator. Because I went and shared with the nearest, there was a tent right over there, and I'm sure they heard it. So I felt bad because they had to hear a bunch of fighting and drama this morning. I mean, it wasn't morning, it was like 10. Maybe. Yeah, it's 1:25 and I've been in here for an hour, so midday. But anyways, I went over to them and said, I'm sorry for if you had to hear a bunch of fighting just now, but this thing happened and I flipped out. And it was really good that I talked to them because they were very validating and helpful, and glad that I was, you know, making sure that consent is important in this space with regards to those kinds of things. So, and I got people did actually help take care of me as well, because I was like, I have to pee and I'm hungry and I'm sorry. I just wanted to apologize for all the noise, and I'm gonna go use the bathroom over here, and I'm passing through your guys' camp, and the way that I got to the bathroom yesterday now is blocked. So how do I get out of this fucking camp? Because when you get into a campsite at night and then everything's different in the daytime, and you have to figure out your little tunnels and how you're gonna get to the bathrooms and how you get to the stage, and like this is a burn. This is a 7,000 fucking person burn, dude. This is a huge Burning Man event. But Burning Man and the event are like breaking up, and like there's all this drama about that, I guess. So I guess there's a lot of like drama in the air. And so for whatever reason, none of the camps got to set up any of their stages until 2 days behind schedule. So everyone's behind schedule and scrambling. And I'm scrambling, and I had to deal with this whole little bullshit drama this morning. And then I'm like upset that there's campmates that are mad at me, that are like, you're fucking disturbing the peace, basically. And I'm like, oh, now I'm the bitch with drama. I don't want to be the bitch with drama at camp. And anyways, yeah, I decided, okay, let me get my shit together. I'm the kind of burner that I'm like, I button down my shit, dude. Like, I've got clothes, food, whatever. And like, I'm now like, okay, but now I'm here. So now I have to be ready to live here. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For 5 days. So I'm going to be living for 5 days in this space. So rather than just like jumping into all the things, getting sunburned and fucking not getting any sleep, and you know, like my friend comes to get me at the airport and she's like, she's tired. She hasn't slept. A lot. And she hasn't eaten very much. And so it's like, the longer you put off the sleeping and the eating, y'all, the higher the fucking anxiety and the opportunity for, you know, aggression and outbursts and emotional dysregulation, as they call it. So, all right, so I got my water filled up. I'm like, cool, got electrolytes. I took my meds. I'm like, let me tidy up all my shit, because I actually don't want to sleep in this tent anymore with these guys. So I'm trying to like go sleep outside on my own little cot, which would be amazing because it's so hot. I can just sleep in the open air. Fuck being in a tent. But anyway, before I can, you know, get my new, what I'm realizing is I need to be radically self-reliant and go, oh yeah, since I don't have my van or my chairs or a shade structure or any of my own gear, and I'm over here at the whim of what these other people have to share with me, I already spoke to someone who had a cot for me to sleep on, and I now have another place I can sleep so that I will be more comfortable. And I'm like, Perfect. Manifested a solution to that problem right away. Now I just have to figure out where to put the cot. And yeah, so I'm figuring out my problems, and I'm like, hey, this is me making sure I'm 100% fully here. I've got my stuff, I've got my food, I've been fed, I've been rinsed off, my brain is okay, I've hydrated, I've had some sleep. Let me do what I'm trying to ask other people to do for themselves so that I can fucking be a hard worker. So right now I'm frustrated because I can't find my KT tape anywhere, and it's funny because I know I brought it. So now I'm thinking it must be in this tent somewhere, right? But it's not in any of my stuff because I just thoroughly looked through all of my shit. And I want a KT tape up my fucking elbow because I have tennis elbow right now that's hurting really bad, like tendonitis, because it's because of doing all that work down in Mexico, shoveling stuff and digging trenches. Really put a number on my brachioradialis. So anyway, I'm trying to be on my game and be able to do some work and help build these things and help run around this camp and help these people get this shit all set up. And you know what? And I was like, and yes, and I'm also going to be radically self-reliant and set up so that I know where my shit is. I know where my food's at. I'm organized and I've got my stuff ready to go. Then I can go to work. And I'm going to stretch and do some fucking yoga on this yoga mat because my body hurts. And I'll be a way better worker when my body feels better. So don't forget to do your self-care first, even when shit is crazy and even when people are having drama that you have to deal with. It's like you still have to go, wait a minute, how do I become the best and most emotionally regulated? And because basically everybody's like, you don't need to yell, you shouldn't have got so mad, you shouldn't have got so loud, or you know, like I got and I was kind of like, hangry bitch though, like we gotta eat. She's like, do you want me to make you some food? Because Becca feels bad because she's the one that brought me out here and I'm here for her and her art project. At the end of the day, it comes down to me and Becca have a friendship of over 15 years and it's really fucking important to us, and I don't want her lover/roommates bullshit with me to come between that friendship between me and her. That's why I was so upset. And that's why I called him out on the bullshit that I know about him that she told me. But that wasn't fair to him because that was really none of my business. See what I'm saying? So And so I got to take responsibility for being a dick. And I gotta do the self-care thing that I'm telling everybody else to do. So Becca's like, do you want me to feed you? And I go, I want you to feed yourself and take care of your needs so that we can do this shit together. And I sent her away, and then I started taking care of myself. And the next thing you know, she's like, I made eggs and sausage. And I was like, ah, and I fucking chowed it all down. And then we had the little mediation session between me and the guy with the boner thing. And it went okay, but not that great. But we're getting through it. And now and now I'm like, hey, wait, stretch and do yoga, Becca. I'm telling myself, stop what you're doing, stretch and do yoga for just 15 minutes. Then you're going to be a way better worker. You'll be able to get way more done. You're hydrated, you have protein in you, you've got your salt water. Now you're ready to go do work, you know, because it's so hard. We all fight with that like sense of urgency. And I don't feel like I'm being lazy or not doing a good job, but it's like all of those delays make it feel weird because it's like you're here to do a thing, yet you can't do that thing until you're able to do the thing. You know what I mean? But anyway, the foundation needs to be set. You got to know where your stuff is. Look, me and Becca are getting a little bit more organized now. Okay. I'm like, where do we put the food? They don't have chairs. They don't have tables. Like, we don't. Yeah. I'm in a tent, y'all, with all my shit sitting on the float. But I think I got this together. I got snacks, water, first aid, important items, chapstick, sunblock, clothes, and then, like leathers and socks and all of the things that are in smaller compartments. So I am mobile. If I find a spot underneath a tree where I can go set up a fucking cot and sleep in the fucking by the ocean with the wind blowing on me outside, I'm gonna go do that. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go try to find a place to crash outside. And anyway, my itchy fucking fire ant bites are feeling a little bit better, so that's good. Hi. And now, check out my shirt. It's time for jogas.